Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate. As a beginner, one of your first major battles is going to be this one. You're going to be in the Nautiloid ship and you're going to run into a battle between the Mind Flayers and some devils. Basically, the animation and the story tells you to run through here and escape. But you really shouldn't. And the reason being that if you're able to survive this battle and help the Mind Flayer win, you'll get a really nice weapon.
We must escape now.
See, they're telling you to escape.
We will deal with the gate after we
But
escape.
that's actually a mistake. I'm not going to try to escape. I'm actually going to fight and support the Mind Flayer to help kill off the Cambion. Because that Cambion that he's fighting drops a two-handed sword that will help your fighters or anybody who uses two-handed weapons to really make it through the beginning of your campaign in a really nice, easier way, because that's such a good weapon. It does extra damage, it's magical, it has really cool animation of flames, so you don't want to just run through. However, expect to reload a few times. This is not going to be an easy battle because you're low level and you're going to have a hard time hitting this guy. So the key thing to do is focus one of your characters on killing off these what I call minions, and start focusing your stronger attackers right away towards taking down the Cambion. Because he's stunned, I had a good chance to hit him. I did some damage. Every chance you get, you want to get in there. Now, there are a few key hits that are going to be important to try to take him down. One is the Mind Flayer cannot fail every single attack of his. If he's losing quickly, you won't have enough time to kill off the Cambion. But if he is able to get some hits in decently and not take too many hits, you have a better shot. See how he saved against his Mind Blast? Those psionic blasts can make or break the battle. So if he saves against every single one, you're going to have a lot more work to do. Also, how many times you miss makes a big difference too. To give you an idea, you should use your cleric if needed to heal the Mind Flayer at least once to kind of keep him in the battle, because if he goes down, you're going to go down really fast.
What should I do?
But besides that, there's another key attack, is that she has the cause harm. Okay, that is one of the spells that you'll have available to you before you run out of spells. You want that one to hit because it does a decent amount of damage, and if it doesn't hit, you just gimped yourself for the remainder of the battle. The battle is going to be limited to a certain number of rounds because this guy's going to call in two support Cambions to come and help him, and if they actually run up and make it, you're done. So all these factors means that this is one of those save spots where you may want to save, reload, depending on how luck is playing out for you. But very important that the particular spell, like this one, has to hit. Okay? If that spell does not hit, you're losing out on a big chunk of damage, and you're not going to have enough time to finish them. Oftentimes it'll miss. Sometimes it'll just not do much damage. Every little bit counts. So again, you may have to reload this a few times, but it is really worth it to get this battle done. There's another important step here, is when you finish taking him down, it's important to not let Lizelle grab the weapon right away. Here's why. When you finish escaping, she doesn't join you right away. You have to go find her. And there's a good chance that you're going to do a part of your ongoing adventuring once you arrive on the beach without her. So if she takes the sword up as the person that gets it and you escape, you're not going to have access to that weapon for a while. Especially if your player character is a fighter or a paladin or somebody who can use the weapons, you don't want her to take that from you. So you should be the one to pick it up. You see how his two other reinforcements are starting to come? That means you're running out of time. You have maybe another 2-3 rounds to finish him off. If you cannot, you're going to have problems. and it might be reload time. So here we go. They're going to dash as fast as they can towards you, and it takes them about 3 dashes to get to you. So critical hits always helpful. Okay, get her health back up to be ready. Ah, he's saved, of course. Good, good. All right, now that's a good thing because these guys are coming up fast. So now it's the chance to loot. Make sure that you have enough movement to do it because looting takes movement. From here,
Hurry before they strike.
from here you're just going to run for that control, but you do have more enemies in the way. You don't really need to worry about that. Even if you take a light hit from them just to run past them, it depends on how much time you have left. In my case, I still have some time, so I'm working on taking down the enemies. But if these 2 Cambions are on you and the Mind Flayer already went down, you're probably not going to want to do anything. And at this point, he's not friendly to you either. He's going to try to attack you. So definitely need to get out of there at this point. Okay, but as long as you're able to make it this far, you got the weapon in hand. Escaping it all the way to the controls really shouldn't be that bad. You should be able to make it.
On my way.
Okay, so now you could use dash if you're in a hurry, but him being alive, the Mind Flayer being alive helps because he'll delay the other enemies while we're able to make it to the control. You always want to keep an eye out on possibly looting more stuff. Nothing wrong with that. And if you can still kill off the enemies, kill them because it's experience. Never hurts to get 10 more points of experience. Every little bit counts when it comes to RPGs like this. You know, every drop could be valuable. Every little bit of experience could help. But of course, you don't want to die in the process. That's the key, right? All right, so we're going to try to take this guy down. That was kind of weak. But again, I have enough time now. I'm not in a hurry. I'm going to run up and do what I need to do. So here you could dash all the way up. Of course, if you dash, you use all your movement and actions. You're not able to attack. So Lae'zel's armor is actually a very good medium armor. So again, if you're not going to have her with you for a while after this part, and you have the time and the movements, you can actually have her remove her armor and give it to one of your other characters. The only thing about that armor is it looks rather feminine on male characters, so keep that in mind. I wouldn't necessarily wear it long term, but in the beginning, you don't have access to other medium armor, and if your character can wear medium armor, it's a good medium armor to get. So that's something to keep in mind. You can always give it back to her when you finally run into her again. So here, I'm trying to take some stuff, but I don't have enough movement left to do it. So it's kind of, it's not important for my character, so we're going to go ahead and finish this.
Alien transponder. You've made it in time. As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull. Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
So that gets you to the point where you're on the beach. And understand that once you get to this part, you cannot go back to get that sword again. But now I have it in my possession. I can give it to whoever. As you can see, it has a really cool animation. It does extra fire damage on every hit. And extra damage is what this game is all about. Every little bit extra means you can wear down your opponents faster. That's a great weapon to have for a beginning part. So first thing first, we'll talk more about the next steps in a different video, but you should pick up Shadowheart. Make sure you have your cleric back with you. Wake her up, get her involved with the group again, so there'll be 2 of you.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Alright, so that kind of ends this portion, right? You're reunited with Shadowheart, you're going to move on. From here, we're going to go ahead and find more companions and then go get weathers. But that's another video for another time. So this video ends here, and I hope that the information I gave you is helpful. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.